Okay, so it was still too flimsy, but it was better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually change this to be something else. Hang on. I need to make a measurement real quick. 0.015 inches. 0.015 inches. Okay. And let me see how big that is. 0.381 millimeters. Okay. So I'm going to change this parameter of minimum deck size from 11 millimeters to 0.4 millimeters. Holy screwballs. Okay. And this should be minimum deck size divided by 2. Right. Okay. I'm also going to move this rectangle up. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring these a lot closer together. I'm going to put a construction line, a horizontal construction line here, and make this tangent to this. Make this tangent to... I guess I can't do that. In that case, I'll put this line on this. I'll just bring this down until just barely underneath. Okay. And I don't like the... I'm going to see if I can add a point to it. Which... This was the spline. Right there. So now if I just move these points back and forth, I think I need to, can I mirror this on this? Then can I, now what does that do? Absolutely nothing, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that point then and just work with what I've got. So okay, so I need to move that way. I want this to be a little bit barely underneath. Okay. My goodness. Okay. And then I won't need quite that much. I'll need about here. Except I forgot to make that a construction line. What? Okay. Or a real line. Alright, and then this chamfer got screwed up. Why did the chamfer get screwed up out of everything? Oh, because it changed where the fillet ended. Okay. And then I'm gonna save this. Wait, hang on. Now I'm gonna save it. Oh, you know what? I think I do want this to curve in the same direction. Because look, there's an inflection point here. Somewhere in here. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want the curve to continue for basically the entire thing here. Why is there an inflection point here? I need to put a point on this curve here. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and pretend I did none of that. Okay, so what I need, I think I need this to curve in this direction all the way around, all the way up, right? And the reason I need that is because when it's bent upwards, like that, right? Then there's still a point making contact with, or there's still a minimum there, you know? And the minimums are what make contact with the cards. So that's what I need. So what I want is for this to be quite big. So if I put a new sketch here and I like copy the ideas, and then I modify the parameter because I think, yeah, minimum deck size is 0.4 millimeters. That's one, it's interesting because, oh yeah, that's right, okay. So then, okay, this is 95. That's the maximum size of the cards. I want a line that's about the maximum deck size, so max deck size plus 3 times moving tolerance plus 2 times wall thickness. Okay. Holy smokes. Oh yeah. Divided by 2. Okay, that's much more. Yeah. And then I need another one. That's the minimum deck size. also divided by 2. Then this is construction, and then this. So now what I want is slightly bigger, I believe, than the maximum deck size. Because if I'm thinking through this, right? If I have the maximum deck size and I have the maximum size deck, and I put it in the thing, then it's gonna have like this kind of an angle, right? But it's gonna have a curve on it, like that. And it won't be able to make contact anymore. So, I think that might be my problem, is I need it to be a little bigger than the maximum deck size. So, if I take this and add like 1 millimeter to it, two. And say I put an arc on it, right? And then I go ahead and I make another arc that is equal to it. So if I take the distance here and I've got 79, make that 80. Make that 75. Okay. Quite a pronounced arc. And then find the center point of that arc. Bring it up to here. And do this. And this, whoops, hang on. And this will be 7? 6.5. Okay, yeah, 6.5. So now, if I put another line that is 75, and then I put another line down here that is 2. Not like that. There. And then I put an arc here. And I make this go here to here. And I make it 6.5. Okay. That's what that would look like, kind of. I am making attempts here. So now if I make it all construction, then I put a spline on here. And then I add another point, not that kind of point. There it is. Where do I want that? Like very close. Okay. So I want that about there. I want this. Holy smokes. What in the world? Oh, this is coincident. Okay. Want this. This is also coincident. No wonder it's. Why? Why? And then this one also, huh? Yeah. Okay. Move that line to about here? Okay. So I want it passing through there, and I want a chunk of it through here, and I want another chunk of it through here. Okay, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Okay, the closer that is, and then the closer this is. Okay, so I want, I think, this kind of thing to happen. There we go. Okay. So now I can control... Except I put that on the freaking... Let's put that there. Now put it here. Then bring the other one down here. Move this there. So the goal here is to have as much as possible connected to, or not connected, like as much as possible, as close as possible to the cards. And then if I just bring that up a bit, and I bring this down a bit. Okay. So now if I... Can I move this? Create copy, rotate, select axis. For some reason an axis has to be a stupid circle. Okay. Move this, rotate, axis. Of course, this isn't actually how it would be shaped when it's whoops. This isn't actually how it would be shaped, right? When the whole deck is in there. This is just kind of the idea that I'm going for. And I'm going to bring this up to bring that curve there, and then that changes that. So this needs to go. Stop freaking fixing on the lines. Jeez. Okay. I'm going to delete that. And then the issue is this becomes quite an extreme angle. So let's see if I can help that along. Okay. Then I'm going to put a regular line from here to here. I'm going to go ahead and offset this wall thickness. This is 75. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Mirror this. No, not this. That. 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 And that. And also that. This line. Okay. Extrude that. Now another thing that I think needs to happen is I need this to be significantly bigger. So 65 will hold the cars all the way in. I'm gonna go less than that. I'm gonna go less than that because I don't want to use too much filament. If I go 2/3 of that, that would be 43. Okay. Now the other thing is when it gets taller like this, it also gets a little bit stiffer in this direction, but not by much, but it does. And by tripling its length, essentially, I've made it a lot stiffer. So, yeah, I don't know how well this will work. Round these out. By that much, apparently. Never mind, I got the wrong... Okay. That makes so much more sense. I could still keep going, that's funny. Okay. If I make a sketch here, what is the size of this? 35.84. If I put a line like this, and like this, and like this, why is the tangent not working? Huh. Okay. Select other... Why? Well, maybe I have to put an arc there. Yeah, okay. I just want to make a quick measurement. Okay, now what is this? 41.8. So that's basically the deck. Okay. I also don't want to use a lot of filament on test pieces. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to judge... Let's see. I'm going to make this 20. I know. Bad idea. But I'm going to judge how stiff that is as compared to how stiff this other one is. And then next thing I'm gonna do is, okay, so I'm gonna rename this to clip style deck holder. Let's see. Just test 2. And then I'm gonna go ahead and save that. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and split. Where's my split? Going to create a plane here-ish and split it. And this body, gonna rename real quick to Bendy. And then I'm going to change the parameter here of wall thickness to 2. Holy fuck! What? Why? How did that change anything? It was this, wasn't it? 2 times wall thickness. And so, where all these points were in relation to this one changed. Okay, hang on. Okay, so 23.35. I'm just going to make that 23.35. Okay, now if I change the wall thickness. Never frickin' mind then. Okay, so instead of that, I'm going to go ahead and pretend I never did that. And I'm going to split this body. Okay. And now I'm going to change the wall thickness to 2. Wrong button. Okay. Now, this I'm going to rename to Bendy 2M. Save. Alright. Then I'm going to change the wall thickness to 2.4. Yeah, I don't care. And then save this as Bendy to 4M. And save it. And then what I'm going to do okay. And then depending on what the wall thickness is, I might have to, or what the best one is, I might have to change this. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and print this out, and I will see how well everything works. Okay, I've got this one printed, and I can stick my finger in it fairly easily. So now I'm going to test out if it fits, and it's better. It is better. Just a little bit of pressure and it'll... I can move this around actually without fear of the... I can't hold it pointed down because it'll fall out. I don't know if that's... I can draw cards. Now, how many can it hold at a time? Because when I put these in there, if you notice, yep, it now has a smaller or a bigger gap than it started with. Okay, so not one. However many this is, that's a pretty good chunk. And I'm noticing that the fewer cards that are in it, the less pressure it's putting on them. So that honestly does make sense because, you know, the spring constant means that the further it's deformed, the greater the force it's applied, or yeah, the greater the force. So, all right, that many. Oh, that one went into them. Okay, how about this many? That's not bad. And then how about this many? Okay. How about just, that's one? Oh, it can hold just one because it's, but like kind of barely. I have an idea. I have an idea to improve this. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I do have an idea. I was kind of, though, expecting to just... that this wouldn't work and that I would have to go on with just the box, because the box is boring, but the box also has the advantage of, if I do it properly, it can just be a deck box as well, and then I can carry my cards in it. This does not have that advantage. This is just, yeah. Depends how much filament I have. It really does depend how much filament I have. Because I also need to improve the Duel Blade. And the Duel Blade, what really needs to happen is the part that holds the hand, right? That is facing in this direction. I need to flip it over, put it upside down, so that it doesn't get in the way of so that the play zone doesn't get in the way of the hand cards. But I'm surprised at this working at all, so I guess I'm gonna continue to develop it. If this was the full length of 65, it would actually work. like it would hold things in pretty nicely. And then if I doubled this, right, so that there was one on my side and one on the other side, right, then I'd have, I'm just shocked that this works, because I wasn't getting good results with, I didn't expect this to be able to bend like this without breaking. So that's kind of funny. I guess that's the advantage of having more length, or having a lot of length. It's not more length, it's just length. I was not expecting that this would continue. I thought I was going to have to just switch to just a box. Because a box, I can put because like I'm going to have to consider the advantages of this and the advantages of the box, because the advantages of this is I can make this 2-player a little bit more easily than the box. But the box has the advantage of if I do it like I did the deck holster, I can put it somewhere other than my arm, and it's not cumbersome. So, and then the box, if I do it, because if it's just a box, right, and I'm just pulling cards out of a box, it's like all I have to do with the box, right, is like just draw like this. I don't have to draw through a slot, you know? So I will see. Although this does fit the style of the Duel Blade better. And I can pull things, I can pull the deck out fairly easily, but the reason I can pull the deck out is because I can do this. And I'm not sure by the time I'm done with it if I can do that, because I want to put sides on it. Okay, I think I know what I'll do. I will develop this a little bit further. I will put some sides on it, and I will make it a 2-player version. I want to decide how far... I want to decide what angle I want this on my arm, because if I make this a 2-player version, I need to have both sides, right? And then I'll print this, but a 2-player version, and it'll be... like maybe twice as long as this, so not 65, more like 40. And then I'll put sides on it, and I'll have a way of putting straps on it, and that'll work for that. And then I'll move on to the Duel Blade, and then after that I'll go with the box. Unless this somehow just utterly fails and then I have to skip straight to the box, but because I kind of just want to make another deck box anyways. But I've committed to this, so I'm doing this for now.